the community of the Negro people who look like me, as I am an American living in Las Vegas. That's what I will claim. And so many black people don't come down on the side of citizenship. Hell, they don't come down on the side of anything. They just don't. My head is itching. And that's real. It's nothing but white hair here. And I didn't curl it today. My head certainly is itching. But, putting together for the read. Okay, so let me see what if we can get somebody else here. There we go. So I'm gonna say that this is America, and let me see what looks this way. It's okay. And as an American, who are you? This is 2025. And after you graduated high school, what did you do? And if God gave you some children to raise, did you stick around long enough to raise them? Here we are. And I can promise you that what affects you affects me. And that's just real. And as we are American, I had a phone call. My, oh, I had a phone call. My, sister is coming to Vegas and we're just gonna hang out. She's coming for like the whole weekend on the 31st. But I hope my cousin comes too because I love it when my cousin comes. But it's something different when you're raised within a family. It's just different. And then I'm going to tell you, I promise you that my mother always required that we all come together. And we did every year on her birthday, May 8th. And now I have to raise money so I can take care of the timeshare so that we can come together on May 8th. And so I'm hoping to get some lights and I need to build some capital out here. And I'm wondering how we actually build capital. But the deal is that people choose what they want to choose. And they, meaning the system, has always determined the winners and the losers. But as an individual, you can choose to be a winner. Because why would you allow your child to fail? I'm just trying to understand why so many people who are of color like me get this letter grade of F and then they're terrified of special education. Why are you terrified of special education? Because it's like Burger King, actually. It's what you need, not necessarily what they want to give you. And these people don't even understand that the federal government has an obligation, but Donald's in the office right now trying to fuck it up for everybody. And that's just real. He's fucking up the night, just like Beyonce. We gonna fuck up the night. She said it, she's the one that said it, and it's just real. But he's in there fucking up everything for everyone. Because what you fail to understand is that as an American citizen, it has always been for the youngest and the neediest of children. And that's where the services lie. But if you allow your child to fail or you get intimidated or some kind of way, these people really, get frustrated because their child needs some assistance in learning. And they really didn't understand that the federal government just provides everything you need. And the state's obligation is to provide it for you. But if you just act like, it's a burdensome to the state, I'm saying, oh God, burden or not. Life was not a burden because these children didn't ask to come and they really didn't. So it's your obligation to make sure that they have all of the resources that they actually need to make it. And you don't even understand public education is built on foundation. That's why when Kaiser got sued because they were discriminating, for black kids, they said they had some behavioral issues, but no, they were spectrum-related issues. Autism is real. And as we are affecting the human body, and all these chemicals simply just affect the humanness of human beings, it is what happens over time. So, this is the year of 2025. And America went through, Goals 2000, Leave No Child Behind, Local Accountability Act. The federal government just has different legislative options as, we have different presidents. But that LCAP, the Local Control Accountability process, was supposed to determine how the money was coming in, no duplication of services. And this is what Nevada's finding out so late in the game. And then, what they didn't do, what they chose not to do, is to create more programs for the needy, not the greedy. And so the greedy just happened to be getting what? All of the resources. That's right. So people with money had child care. And people with no money had no child care, even though they had those federal slots. And what does that mean? It doesn't mean absolutely nothing if you don't know that some of those resources were intended for your benefit. And that's just real. It's unfortunate that you were not benefiting. And so I don't even know what to say anymore because people really don't even understand. And then they get intimidated because I was talking about my son had online educational programs and the assessments, and we had people to work with the children to ensure that they were making progress. So in your IEP, what is discussed? I mean, do they have some irrelevant goals, things that you really can't measure? And I'm saying this is a bunch of bullshit. But they can put bullshit in the paperwork if you don't understand what the paperwork should look like. So perhaps, well, honestly, you used to could log on to usa.gov and find any answer you wanted to. But now Donald's in there. Shit, that shit is pretty buried. It's buried way down there. I mean, anything that you would have had an opportunity to benefit from, it just doesn't exist anymore. This is the first time in the history of America where there's no baseline. And then you got Clarence Thomas up there. You go Clarence. Clarence got that ass. And he really did. And so we can't pretend that Anita was up there telling a lie, because she wasn't. But it is a sin to gossip. So I guess that's why Diddy went free, right? All that shit that was going on. It's kind of hard to believe. What's more hard to believe is why R. Kelly actually ended up in jail. Because that was a money situation also. And then when you go back and look at all of the black artists, the super entertainers that have been found guilty because of some financial bullshit. And I'm saying enough is enough, because I'm pretty sick of all the niggas coming to Vegas to be on the strip. And hell no, I'm not spending a penny of my money to go see any of them, because I own their shit. So it's on a CD, it's on an album, it's on downloaded, whatever. I already got that. And I don't need to see them in person. But what you need to understand is, I understand that you guys are harvesting. And Mr. Bojangles is not here to dance anymore. So for the lack of outcomes, educational outcomes, for the lack of placement, employment, engagement for the black people who should be employed working here, talking about the effects of educational options for the people in poverty. And understand this poverty shit then way, is gone. It's real. Poverty is not, it has nothing to do with what you own physically. Poverty has a limitation of the mind, your inability to think your way out the box, because pimping ain't easy. And I say it all the time. But GOT and DAM. Well, hell, when they have organizations that are bidding to provide services to sex trafficked children, well, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Because you're going to get in that program because you've been sex trafficked. And everybody's going to know that's where you come from. And I don't know how you get up from that. Do you? Somebody can tell me. Add to the curiosity realm. But hell, Nevada just always made it happen. So all children got free lunch here. Everybody got a free lunch. And therefore, they could never track the money. And even if the state has an obligation to the people in poverty and to even those bilingual children, that's why they get money to help the children that speak English as, a second language or whatever. But I'm concerned, as this is 2025, and I'm not worried about myself, no. Because I pretty much have whatever I need. God's already taken care of me. I'm so blessed and highly favored. That's why I'm sitting on my patio. Because I already went to the Shaker House and shook out some of the bed bugs. You know what I'm saying? Didn't get any extra. But I do know one night my mother went to the casino and she won $222,000. And then she took the early pay. So she only got half. And then we try to file taxes on that shit. And they're trying to keep it. And I'm saying, the deal is that if your name is not on the paperwork when your parent dies, then the white folks is getting what they need to get, because you're going to have to hire attorneys, you're going to have to do all that shit. in order to just claim what your parents rightfully wanted for you. So those living wills or those in trust papers, all that shit is so relative. Put it in the family and keep it in the family. That's what I can say. I'm gonna play another one of my nephew's songs. I'm gonna get here, get my other phone, thank God. Free phones. Yes, last one. Enjoy.
Dripping. I'm just trying to. And I'm just trying to make that change that I want in life. And I know that I ain't perfect, I ain't always right. But I'm always out here working, I'ma get what's mine. Everyone look the same when they see them lights. We trying to stay out the way, the lights out for our lives. The lights out for our lives. I'm just trying to make that change that I want in life. And I know that I ain't perfect, I ain't always right. But I'm always out here working, I'ma get what's mine. Everyone look the same when they see them lights. Trying to stay out the way, the lights out for our lives. The lights out for our lives. Like a feeling, our conversation, I feel different. Seeing shit from a different side, I move different. Able to process the situation, I'm too gifted. The look in your face, explain all your pain, and you not ready yet. And I'm that nigga who used to this. I've been put to the test, my scout where I wanna go. I feel that foreign the best. Used to get groovy to the jazz, now I completed the test. I feel that it's for the best. And I'm just trying to make that change that I want in life. And I know that I ain't perfect, I ain't always right. But I'm always out here working, I'ma get what's mine. Everyone look the same when they see them lights. We trying to stay out the way, the lights out for our lives. The lights out for our lives. I'm just trying to make that change that I want in life. And I know that I ain't perfect, I ain't always right. But I'm always out here working, I'ma get what's mine. Everyone look the same when they see them lights. Trying to stay out the way, the lights out for our lives. The lights out for our lives.
Going through the tropical, had to sacrifice. Yeah, I gotta do what's right, and you know it's right. If I ever switch a lane, I ain't trying to be fake. I just be focused on the hay, I'm trying to elevate. I'm just focused, gotta move forward, have to be a greater me. Cause the old me didn't give no fucks, he was really being bad. Now it's strictly MMO, money motivated. Yeah, we flying towards mode, keep a smile on my face, but yeah, I'm truly scarred. Shit really got hard, but I never fall to really my brother died. I'm just trying to make that change that I want in life, that I want in life.
We trying to stay out the way, the lights out for our lives. The lights out for our lives. I'm just trying to make that change that I want in life. And I know that I ain't perfect, I ain't always right. But I'm always out here working, I'ma get what's mine. Everyone look the same when they see the lights. Trying to stay out the way, the lights out for our lives.
It's a low one. That was definitely a lower helicopter. Got more songs that he gave me. I have to find them though. Here, this one.
Hey yo, Renee, turn that up.
Tell him. Take care of yourself, you ain't never did. All these niggas in my face, yeah, they snakes for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't see Brody in a minute, yeah, he in for drills. Facing all these bad boys, you know it killed Phil. You know it kills Phil. Take care of yourself, you ain't never did. All these niggas in my face, yeah, they snakes for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't see Brody in a minute, yeah, he in for drills. Facing all these bad boys, you know it killed Phil. You know it killed Phil.
Facing all these bad boys, you know it killed Phil.
Take care of yourself.
Pick up the telephone, ring shit, get real.
Take care of yourself.
And my feelings, I keep cracking cells and popping pills.
Take care of yourself.
And my feelings, I keep cracking cells and popping pills.
Take care of
You
yourself.
ain't never did.
Take care of yourself.
You ain't never did. Praying for my brother, cause I know he kinda catch us fast. Yeah, I keep on a mess. I don't even know All you niggas capping all up on me. I just step back, I'm staying low key.
Take care of yourself, you ain't never did. All these niggas in my face, yeah, this next for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't see Brody in a minute, yeah, he in the drill. Facing all these backwoods, you know it kill the feel. Know it kill the feel. Take care of yourself, you ain't never did. All these niggas in my face, yeah, this next for real. Granny told me never lie, so I keep it real. Ain't see Brody in a minute, yeah, he in the drill. Facing all these backwoods, you know it kill the feel. You know it kill the feel.
Isn't that amazing? You know, technology is amazing. And life has just changed, truly. I mean, there was a time where people would go and take and put money on a newspaper or put money in a radio show for advertisement. But now you can just create your own show and then look for your own sponsors or subscribers. And people are really getting people to subscribe to their channels for like 99 cents and whatever, or $2.99 or $6.99 or whatever. But I'm saying that, you know, the game has changed and we're not paying attention. But it's up to you to pay attention because, you know, tamales always have been selling in the parking lots at the grocery stores, and people have always been looking for employment at Lumberjack or Home Depot or Lowe's, you know, because, you know, people need work done. And they're really not trying to pay whatever the the going rate. You just need the work done. And, you know, when you really think about it, it's trials and tribulations, but it is your storehouse. And whatever your gifts are should be given freely. And here we are, because this is 2025. And as a nation, as a people, I mean, Obama had a lot of people, a lot of folks who look like me. And that's just real. So, you know, it's real, right? Because you can listen, but you don't necessarily have to hear. You can choose, because we do all have this thing called choice. And a lot of people tell you it's not none of their business what you're doing. But the maintenance of effort goes to the population of people who should be benefiting. And if you're not benefiting, then it's problematic, and that's just the way it is. I think I'm going to take away this green screen because I like to see what is coming up behind me, period. And so that's just real. I can hear you. Car or something. I'm here. I can hear. Good. Anybody still here? And so I can encourage you to understand that, you know, USA.gov, but then when they just pass that big, beautiful bill, when states have not, states just have not done what? Fulfilled their obligation to we the people, because we are part of the people too. And because of the historical perceptions of the Negro population that somehow they're not supposed to be working with their own community. Well, boo, if you're not doing it, then it's going to be up to us to do it. And I'm saying enough is enough. No, I didn't never want to have people coming in my house and providing, because I didn't never see a need in it. But there are so many things. Perception is everything, but it's not. And failure is not expected. But when you are failing, then you have a right to thrive. And what does that thriving look like? Well, it doesn't look like the letter grade of F, but social promotion is happening. And it's been happening in America, all across the United States. That's why we only have 14% of black children that are scoring error above the 40th percentile, not even 50th. They pick 40th percentile for reading their math. And I'm saying, oh, hell no to the no, because everybody should be singing hell to the no. There's another song that my nephew did. Let's listen, shall we? Enjoy.
I've been trying to catch your attention, I just pray that you notice. Anything that you could compare me, do you really just focus? Me and gang went out the way, stacking, no really just focus. I've been trying to make that change, but no, it really ain't easy. They so quick to speak on my dreams, they really don't believe me. I've been trying to make my own way, I know this shit ain't easy. I know this shit ain't easy. But I'ma make it, yeah, just believe me. I've been trying to find your love, but it been so distant. Thinking back to those old days, yeah, I really just miss it. You knew what it was from the jump, you know I really am different. I ain't waiting on your love, you know that I'm gon' get it. Don't go blame me for my ways, I never said that I was perfect. Every time I'm out the way, you know I'm out here working. I've been out here with my heathens, know we known for lurking. Knowing you waiting at home, I done found my purpose. I've been trying to catch your attention, I just pray that you notice. Anything that you could compare me, do you really just focus? Me and gang went out the way, stacking, no really just focus. I've been trying to make that change, you know it really ain't easy. They so quick to speak on my dreams, they really don't believe me. I've been trying to make my own way, I know this shit ain't easy. I know this shit ain't easy. But I'ma make it, yeah, just believe me.
Oh shit, I didn't pay the phone bill. So I'm gonna go because I forgot I have to pay the phone bill. So I'm gonna pay the phone bill and then I'll come back. Really can't see if I have additional people coming in and out. But I can encourage you to go to my channel, which is Parent Empowerment Half an Hour, and catch up on some of those videos. You know what I'm saying? Or you can catch me, Citizen Anderson, over there on Podbean, or Darlene Phillips Anderson on Facebook, but just Darlene Anderson on YouTube. But we all have to participate because this is a calling and it's time to awaken. So be part of the woke crew and wake up in 2025. Y'all, stay blessed and stay alive.